Sam Amadi reveals that it will take a very long time for Nigerians to forget Buhari's tenure. Buhari's tenure for 8 years was a menace in Nigeria now, characterized by massive bloodshed, characterized by how do I put it, terrorism to the highest level. That is it. Boko Haram, ASWAP, Fulani herdsmen problems that, bloodshed. In fact, Buhari's government was characterized by massive bloodshed, religious war, terrorism. Okay, that is, in fact, that I should is a patron, because he said attack on Boko Haram is attack against the North. Okay, so that is why he didn't fight Boko Haram, and they ravaged the North, ravaged Middle Belt, and started coming to the South. If not the South, East, South, South, and Southwest resisted strongly, it would have been apology in the South. But North is in deep trouble. So Buhari government exchange rate crashed, economy crashed, education crashed, security crashed, infrastructure crashed, electricity, everything, energy crashed. This government, this APC government, now one chance government. We need to get out of it. So let's go ahead and dive into the details of what Sam Amadi is trying to explain. A public affairs analyst, Sam Amadi, on Friday described former President Muhammadu Buhari's 8 years as a disaster. And that is true. Nigerians would forget about Buhari's administration for a very long time. According to a director of the Abuja School of Social and Political Thought, that is his own, Amadi was responding to the action taken by the CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria, regarding foreign exchange. Today, the CBN rightly nullifies one of the Buhari's crazy monetary policy, wrote Amadi in a post on his X handle. The tragic 8 years of Buhari will be difficult to forget, and it is horrifying to think that rational people are still boasting on Twitter about thinking Buhari ought to succeed Jonathan and even hold chancellor duties. 43 products no longer have a foreign exchange limitation thanks to the Apex Bank. The government of Buhari imposed these limitations. Okay. So I'm sure this is what Sam Amadi is revealing here is in response to the action the Central Bank of Nigeria took a few days ago by lifting the ban, the forex ban that was placed on about 43 commodities that have been imported to Nigeria. And CBN lifted those bans and said, those 43 commodities can now have access to forex at official rate. Okay. And so Sam Amadi is trying to react to that by saying that one of the bad policies of monetary policies of Buhari government with MFLA is what the current CBN management has just lifted. And that is to say, Buhari's government was a disaster. That was his word or the adjective to qualify the 8 years of Buhari's government. It was a disaster. And frankly speaking, it was disastrous for everybody. Immediately Buhari entered in 2015. At the end of 2015 into 2016, things went bad. This exchange rate got worse, okay, until they said 3 minutes with Oshibanjo's intervention. But they don't like Oshibanjo. That is it. So that is what Sam Amadi is trying to say, that Buhari government is so bad that it won't be forgotten so easily. And that is true. Nobody will forget it so easily. Even though some people are still keeping bold face and coming to the media to say Buhari's government was okay and he was the right person to take over from Jonathan. We saw the worst of government or governance under Buhari. But unfortunately, what we are seeing on that Tinubu is probably going to be worse than Buhari own. Because people are already saying that Buhari's government is better than this one. And Buhari, before he left, was saying that Nigerians will miss him. But nobody will miss Buhari's government because it was mad with massive bloodshed. And that was bad. Terrorism, in fact, that was the peak of Islamization attempt. But just that it didn't work. That's to tell you that Nigeria is too complex for one tribe to colonize. It's going to be difficult. Even not these ones that Yoruba APC is doing, because not the whole Yoruba, they are good, very good Yoruba people. It's Yoruba APC that are trying to colonize Nigeria. On that, it's also not going to work. They will get tired. They will know that Nigeria is a complex country. No one tribe can colonize it. So there are just a few comments here. Someone says, saw the reason IBB sacked him from office. That was in 1984. Exactly. But IBB came to become the Maradona that also entrenched corruption in the military. That is it. Because IBB became the almost the worst corrupt military head of state until Abacha proved his worth too. Nigeria, don't you? Things have been going wrong for a very long time. That is it. Someone said Buhari was the most incompetent leader Nigeria ever had. No wonder Babangida removed him from office. May his likes never happen again to Nigeria. This is not in the interest of the country. Rice importers are smiling at the expense of those who have invested their money in local rice production. What have they produced? Local rice production that herdsmen did not allow people to go to their farm. So what are you talking about? You really left a bad legacy for future generation of Nigerians. Refused to listen to cries of the populace. That is it. He came to answer president and nothing more. Very incompetent. And that's exactly what APC is doing. Even the one that is there now, the so-called APC president that is there now, is also just there, Milokon, just to answer president. He is not going to do anything. We know that very for sure. Somebody was just interested in the welfare of cows. Absolutely. Imagine where cows sit down comfortably under tree, cool shade with a rechargeable standing fan nearby. That is what you get from blockhead as a leader. Sai Baba. Exactly. Rotten illiterate president of Fulani Hausa by God's terrorist. The wicked is showing all over him. Abi, not be smart, you know. Buhari's government was the worst. This will not be hate speech. Nigerians have seen it. It is just a matter of time. Wicked people will never go unpunished. Let us wait and see. Like even Buhari, the calamity, then a calamity. Not be yes, Sai Baba. But this one we are seeing on that, what do you think? Because this might be the worst. Well, it's just 4 months of this government of Tinubu, people are already beginning to quench. And it's going to be a very bad story to tell in the future. Okay. And then another saying, in a normal society where corruption is not condoned, Buhari would have been in jail since he will jail thief Sabai. Here we hail thief Sai Baba. Not be here. Wicked tenor is government. His government was very wicked tenor. I tell you, very wicked tenor. Buhari's government was a disaster, just like Sam Amadi just explained it. Buhari's government was an absolute disaster. And we don't pray that that happens again. In Buhari's government, they pray that Nigeria should not happen to you. Some pray that Buhari should not happen to you. That's how bad it was with his government. And it's actually not a good one. So thank you for listening. And unfortunately, the current government said they will continue from where Buhari stopped. Meaning that we thought we've seen it all. We have not seen it all. We go see way for this one that said they will continue from where Buhari stopped. So if Buhari government was so terrible and Tinubu said they will continue from where Buhari stopped, it means we are in for a long haul. Only God will deliver us.